So today is the first trading day of 2021. And whenever we have a couple of days off, like we had a 3-day weekend, I want to make sure I'm easing back into the market, be aware of FOMO because it's a very real thing, and kind of just be patient with the entries and exits and including my stops. And the year started off with a lot of crazy volatility, especially with a lot of these cheaper names. We had the Bitcoin stocks, the cheaper stocks like BNGO, ANTE, some electric vehicle stocks. So a lot of opportunities. So you can see NIO, I'm longing on the uptrend. When I'm buying these large cap breakouts, I'm not afraid to buy higher because they tend to trend. And that's why, I'm buying here, bought some more, even more here. I did trim some small ads because SPY had some volatility in the morning. But you can see this dip down to $52 really quickly got bought back up. And reclaimed really quickly. That's why I added back. Sold into 53.40s and re-added back. And my final target was around the $54 area, which I did sell here. And it went up a little bit more and then just kind of chopped around after that. But all the trades are on the long side, but the biggest trade is the front side long here. I did go back and try to scalp a little bit, small loss and small win here, but the big picture was the long from $52 to $54 on the long side, front side, early on too. So NIO, that's a first trade for me, very decent. The other trade is BNGO. Now, BNGO, I was short. The first trade is a short. I took a loss over here. You can see I shorted around $5 and added shorts thinking that we're gonna sell off down to low 4s. But when it reclaimed, I really quickly cut it. You can see this cut here for a small loss. And then I actually flipped long around here. I didn't go long right away after I stopped out of the short. But so short here and a long up here. And even though I did trade it long, I still think the best trade on the day and on BNGO was my cut on the short side for a small loss. Because had I held it, around $5, I would have been squeezed all the way to $7. There's no way I'm gonna keep on holding the short on the way up here. If you're trading this on either the long side or the short side on BNGO, because there is money to be made on both sides, I would go and study the stock from June or July, GNUS, because it's a very, very crowded stock, just like GNUS. That stock, I remember back in the day, everyone on social media was longing the stock. And the stock, went parabolic on the daily for multiple days. That stock also came from $1 too. And I remember it went all the way to almost $9, $10. So shorts were really bent on the way up. But when it sold off, a lot of people were trapped around $9 on the long side. So I'm not saying BNGO is going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm just saying the way it trades, it's very similar to GNUS. The loss on the short side was the best trade for me actually. Small loss, I respected my stop once it reclaimed VWAP with high breaking volume. That's where I stopped out. I didn't flip long right away, like I said, but I watched it, break out to 550 and a pull back to 510s. I noticed that lower $5 area was getting bought back up. Here on the dips, did the same thing again. That's where I, started taking a long position, thinking that, okay, I can take these long and risking $5. And you can see we're setting up higher lows. Volume was still very nice. Couple million shares traded every 2 minutes. So that's exactly what GNUS did. You can see we broke out. I even added up here final ads around 580s. Sold some into, $5.90, $6, and also out around 620s. So that's almost $1 a share on the long side. When my short, I lost maybe 10, 20 cents per share. And I stopped out really early on the short too. And the stock later went to 7. But, I'm happy with my profit, especially after I took a loss early on the short side on this. So, and I did go back in buying the dips with small scalps. I still think the stock is holding a nice trend. You can see the $6, they keep on saving this, right? We broke down to $5.90 a couple times, once, twice, 3 times, but they save it every single time. So $6 holding up firmly as a base. space. We'll see what happens. I think a lot of it's definitely really crowded on the long side, but at the same time, I think a lot of shorts are trapped in this still. Imagine holding this thing overnight short from $3. You're down 100% by this point. So, and locates were cheap. They were not free, but they were really cheap. So it's easy for a lot of people to take a couple 100,000 shares short on this. And this was exactly what happened on GNUS. I'm not saying it's gonna go to the moon like GNUS, but I'm saying it's worth going to study the price action on GNUS. I think that will help you out if you decide to trade BNGO. So BNGO and NIO were the biggest trades for me. I did have a couple of smaller scalps. BTBT, small scalp. I was thinking that once it broke out above the pre-market highs, around $30, we can keep on going higher. I did think that we were gonna keep on going to 34, and that's why I started longing here. I even added up here, but a lot of sellers stepped in around the $32 area, and we're not really holding up. So that's why I took the small profit, and then the stock just broke down to 28, 27, and consolidating around 28 now. We might see a secondary leg on BTBT, especially it's a Bitcoin stock. Bitcoin, crypto, mining, space sector, all these small caps are jumping on the bandwagon. So we might see the stock make new highs, especially if Bitcoin continues to go parabolic and crazy. But at least for now, I'm out of the stock. I don't see a trading it at the moment, but it's a small win for me, small scalps. My focus was still NIO and BNGO for the day. The last stock I traded is a small loss. This one, I was more long bias on ANTE. Same idea as BTBT, that it's also, joining the crypto space, crypto mining, etc. It's a lower float stock. The idea was to long the consolidation. I got in here around 3:30 and added some small. I got stopped out everything once $3 broke down. You can see I got stopped out right at the bottom. It happens. Just have to be okay with it. It sucks. Small loss on this. The stock did form, higher lows. You can see consolidated higher lows, and then we got a nice squeeze to 380s. That would have been nice, but I didn't re-enter. You can see this false breakout, fake out basically, 380, and just dumped all the way down to $3, and then now we're back to 250. So can catch everything in day trading here. Okay, now we're going back to our regular Q&As from the comment section. So if you have questions you want to ask me, you can ask me in the comment section below. But if you have questions about what platform I use, what broker I use, make sure to check the description first, because those are questions that I've answered thousands of times. And they're in the description for a reason, so you can find out my platform, Dash Trader, my broker, Cobra Trading. It's all in the description. But if you have other questions I haven't answered before, feel free to ask me. The first question is from Michael Monday. Hi, Humble Trader. What is the best way to tell if a stock is easy to borrow? Happy New Year. So I get this question quite a bit. How do you know if a stock is easy to borrow? How do you know if the locates are cheap? How do you know what's the availability? Well, it's really not as complicated as many people think. It's just by having accounts at multiple brokers. Even if you just leave $100, $500, $1,000 at the broker just for the sake of checking locates, I think that's totally worth it. So I'll do that for interactive brokers, Thinkorswim, a couple other ones. And also, I'll ask other people in the chat room too, other people who have accounts at, E-Trade or, other of these cheaper brokers. Usually if these brokers have the availability for traders to short, that means the stock is easy to borrow. And a lot of those times, when that's the case, that can cause some major short squeeze. So that's the answer for you. And that's the reason a lot of professional traders who trade full-time will have multiple brokers. Not saying that they will use every single one to trade. We definitely have our preferred brokers, but that's a benefit, is being able to check margin requirements for individual stocks and the availability to short on these stocks. And if you have questions regarding what broker you should use for day trading, trading. Whether you are in the United States, Europe, or Canada, I've made some extensive videos on those topics, so feel free to check them out. Now, the second question is from Hamza Khalid, also regarding the Canadian brokers. Basically, he wants to know what's a good day trading broker in Canada that can keep US dollars balance. Yeah, so for Canadians, Questrade is one option. Interactive brokers, Trade Zero are the only options. Cobra Trading and Centerpoint no longer accept Canadian applicants, unfortunately. So while I do have accounts with them, I've been grandfathered, and that's the reason I can keep on using these brokers. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to help you out. Thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year! Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the bad jokes. If you want to see more day trading content, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more. If you'd like to trade with me daily and get my free weekend watch list and trading journal, make sure to check out the links below for more resources. Stay green, stay positive, and I'll see you guys next time.